Simi Arif joins us in studio.
He knows more than you can imagine.
Is President Barack Obama a Muslim?
Because you know it's going to be a zoo.
It was already a zoo.
Did anything happen while I was gone? Haven't you noticed the whole place is on fire?
Let me tell you why you're here.
But they can only speak in question.
Are there side effects? Or?
Just diarrhea.
My first guess is...
Simi.
Knock, who's there, this guy?
Lesser Known Somebodies.
Welcome to Africa's 8th best podcast with me, Simi Arif, and today my guest is a very good friend of mine. I haven't been trying to get on the podcast. I would be lying if I said I was trying to get on the podcast. I knew I booked the studio for Tumi Morake and she canceled. So I needed to use it. And so I got my friend Waylene Beukes, or Beukes, depends how you say it. She's a comedian and I think she's been on TV and stuff like that. But welcome to the show, Waylene. How are you, my friend?
I'm good. I think that's the nicest thing
I've ever
you've ever said to you.
Yeah, if you guys don't know, I take pleasure in insulting Waylene on it whenever the moment arises. If Waylene phones me and she's in trouble, wrong person to phone. If Waylene phoned me and she was in prison and be like, yo, I need help with a lawyer, I would be like, phone clientele or legal wise, delete my number. I can't take the heat myself. I don't want to be associated with you. Waylene once was part of a troupe. I want to call it a troupe. Or maybe there's a better word, maybe the better collective noun for it. But I insulted the country of Namibia on Twitter. And when Waylene joined their armed forces to try get me out of the Twitter streets, did not work. Waylene, how are you, my friend?
I am doing good. I'm doing good.
Why are you crossing your arms like that? No, because we've got cameras now, so people can check your boobs.
My new ones.
Yeah,
Hey, I paid for these ones.
Okay, let's start with this. Okay, first, here's the first thing we'll start with. Do you know Loof Coffee Shop?
Yes.
Loof are actually the kind sponsors of this podcast now.
Ooh.
Yeah, I know. If you go to Loof in Greenside or in Norwood and you say, Simi sent me, they'll give you a free coffee.
Oh, okay.
So if, turns to camera, if you guys are at Loof Coffee in Norwood and Greenside, say Simi sent me and get yourself a free flat white. Now that the money things are out the way, the massive budget they have. No, yeah, but you guys can do that. Just don't go say Simi sent me at Spur. It won't work. They'll be like, oh, we've been waiting for that guy to pay his fucking bill. Come through. Waylene, first thing I want to start off with. Do you remember the first time we met?
Barely, but yeah.
I can remember it. Can I do my version first and then your first version?
Yeah.
The first time I met you was outside the Glythe Comedy Club in Melville. Mm-hmm. And I don't know if you were the doorman or the bouncer or the ticket person, but I kind of assumed you weren't the bouncer because there was a bouncer and because you were hella short. But this is the time where Waylene had the biggest boobs in the world. And everybody that looked at her knew they were big boobs, but they didn't want to say, hey, you've got big boobs. Yeah. So I didn't want to be an asshole and be like, yo, what's the Hans with the big boobs name? I just learned her name. I was like, yo, Waylene. He's like, oh, my name's Waylene. You're Simi. I'm like, don't speak to me. There's nothing we have in common right now other than the fact that we're at the same venue. Because like as soon as I see like a new comedian, I just know they're going to ask me about comedy or ask me about something. And I couldn't care. But I will give you one thing. You did give me my space and you were very nice. That's how I remember you. But I remember, sure.
The big boobs.
You know what I used to call Waylene, guys? I used to call Waylene. I actually have it on my phone. I saved the number as the big H. That was the size.
Yeah, it was a double H.
So that's how I remember you. How do you remember me?
The dude with the backpack, the big backpack. I was like, is this guy carrying a hubley around?
Yeah, he was.
I was like, is he a brown guy as well? I'm like, yeah, that's a hubley in there. I know my people.
You know, I was the first developer of bringing hubley into the public. I'm not even joking. Can I give you the history? Okay. People think I'm joking,
listen. No, I put up with a lot of your stories.
Okay, no. I'm not even joking when I say this. I'm not even joking when I say this. Let me tell you. In the early 2006, 2007, right? There was a guy called Aslam Boboya, my best friend Dean Schroeder, and myself. And I didn't go to Wits. Aslam and Dean went to Wits, right? But Aslam and Dean had bought a hookah pipe. It was this very special fucking hookah pipe, this as well. It's smoked the best. I've never had a better hookah pipe than that. And I don't smoke anymore. So, back at Wits, you couldn't smoke hookah pipe. Like the security would come and stop you. But we were the first people to smoke on like the lawn. If you go to Wits now, you'll see other people that will be smoking with hookah pipes. That I can tell you. And the fish pipe hose. No one else was using fish pipe.
Okay, so you guys then started it at Wits, but you didn't start the movement.
No.
Because remember, the movement was also in Namibia. You're telling me.
How do you think it got there?
Wait, you think you guys were the ones?
Let me tell. Can I continue? People weren't putting hookah pipes and carrying them in bags. I had a laptop bag for it. I even had a gag. When people say, hey, what's inside there? Say a hookah pipe, but it's in a laptop bag. It's a dual core hookah. That's what I would do. That was a standard thing. If you ask any single person and they say, Simi came with a bag. You remember I've been doing comedy for long, 12 years. They'll tell you. They tell you from when I was in Durban how long I've been rolling with a hookah pipe, fish pipe hose. Now, I don't know who stole the gimmicks and stuff and sent them around the globe. That I can't.
So fast.
But I mean,
so
I don't
fast.
know. I don't know how colonization works, but I know that I was definitely part of colonizing with hookah pipes. That I can tell you. So if you think there's
You were
someone
like
in
a
Namibia,
branch.
you think
were
someone
a
in
branch.
Namibia. Yeah.
So you see how you have like the American colonizers and the British ones and the German ones.
Yeah.
So you were like a branch.
No,
but that's not to say that other people didn't also have the idea.
Me, I was the king and queens there. I was the royalty that started that thing.
Yeah, so there's royalties in different
You know people
areas.
that have hookah pipe places now? They've never struggled like I used to. I used to get to a venue and my rule was smoke first, apologize later.
So you're the Jan van Riebeeck of Hablis, basically.
Yeah, easy. I would roll to a place and light that thing and then someone was sorry, you can't smoke that. Why? But people are smoking cigarettes. I was that person.
Look at you, the freedom fighter.
Myself and Dean.
The struggle fighters of Habli. So,
honestly,
ladies and gentlemen, if you enjoy Habli smoking rights today,
hey, I know how
please
to do
pay
Habli
homage
Yeah.
to our forefathers,
if you're
Simi
a person,
and Dean.
If you are a person,
today's National Simi and Dean
Day.
Habli.
If you guys go to any club in Johannesburg, anywhere in the country, and they allow you to smoke hookah pipe there, you must thank me. You must thank me. That's a thing. You know how other people fight for Palestine and Black Lives Matter? Nah, guys, that's my thing.
That was your
people think,
movement.
Guys,
That was your movement.
I'm not even making a joke now. I'm being so dead serious with
I
you.
can see in your face. That's
People
the thing.
must thank me and Dean for single-handedly allowing people to smoke hookah pipes in clubs and venues. Guys, you know, I once went to a place, right? Can't remember the place. It was a club in Sandton. And I brought my hookah pipe in. And you know why it was easy to bring hookah pipes in a dual-core laptop bag? You know what is easy? Because I thought you were the DJ. Meanwhile, you're just moving with your smoking apparatus. And I was there and I was smoking, and the guy said, "Oh, sorry, you can't smoke this here." I was like, "Why?" And then he kind of buffered because he didn't have a reason. He was like, "Oh," I was like, "Oh." And that's where he realized, yo, if I put the stuff in my place, maybe I would. And then he did. And then it cost me maybe like 50 Rand to smoke. My guy is charging 300 Rand per hookah pipe.
Yeah.
He's killing the hookah pipe game. That's me. People must thank me for that. People in Namibia, next time you see them smoking with a fish pipe at a taboo, whatever the taboo of Windhoek is, you must say, funny story. Funny story.
Hey, fun fact.
So is that how you remember me carrying a hookah pipe bag?
Yeah, like that big ass bag.
But you don't remember me being a nice person?
No, because you weren't. You still aren't.
What do you mean?
The only reason I keep you
I
around
didn't
is
even
because you're
flirt with you.
funny.
I didn't even flirt with you.
I did not pick up on that.
I just said, yo, can I have a...
Yeah, because your
a
Mac
coupon.
game is also like 0.
My Mac game is 0. I think my Mac game is pretty strong.
When you're on stage.
Yeah, when I'm on stage.
But like you in the natural state. You in your natural walking,
Yeah.
being a
When I'm-
human. No.
That's heavy.
But
Why would
it's
you
also
say
funny
that?
because I think that's also started happening to me. Because I used to pull like crazy before comedy.
Yeah.
Then I got used to comedy.
When you
and-
say pull crazy, what do you mean? Because maybe, you know, sometimes not the youth don't only listen to this podcast.
Sorry.
You must understand, put it like this. The last episode I interviewed Duduzane Zuma. That guy claims that he's going to be the next president of the country. And the person I interview after him is Waylene Beukes from
I could also be the president of Namibia.
who had a boob transplant.
I didn't have a boob transplant.
What did you have?
I had a boob augmentation reduction.
Reduction.
I took away.
Where did you keep it?
I don't know.
The
Everyone
leftovers.
asked me that question.
Yeah.
I was
Did
in
they keep it?
surgery. I don't know what they do with it. I didn't ask
Why didn't
questions.
you ask?
Because I was unconscious on a table.
Yeah, but you wake up and
And then I'm like,
you weren't unconscious for
hey.
3 months. You didn't go like, hey, where's Arthur and Martha?
Griselda and Kathy.
Is that what you
please.
call that?
That were the names, yeah.
Why did you name your boobies?
Because they were really big.
People gotta
They
watch
were-
this episode and
they
think
were-
Simi is such a
perv.
loser. He's such a perv. They're like, no, guys.
They were really big. They had their own personalities. They were like people.
Do you think people defined you by how big your boobs were, and then now they've defined you by the solid friendships you?
That's why I'm losing friends. I'm starting to realize a lot of things that held my friendships together.
Is it nice being the only person from Namibia to be successful? I'm only asking this question so I can use the clip. So when you say yes, and then I can say, look, she thinks he's the only successful person from Namibia.
I am not the only successful person from Namibia.
But you're like one of the few comedians there, though, right?
I wouldn't say that. There's I just think I'm one of the only ones that does it outside of the borders. But they've got things are happening.
But you're South African and Namibian. You've got a passport of
Yes.
each, but you've lost the South African passport.
Lost both.
And the Namibian passport.
I had
You're
to
a loser.
reapply.
Bro.
I had to apply for a new one. No, but I have them both now, but they don't work.
You live sometimes I listen to the things that you tell me or that
And
you
it
tweet
doesn't
about,
make sense.
and I just go like, this child is so lost.
But it's like
when you got blocked by Tinder.
yes. But it's like stuff like even that, it wasn't my fault.
To get blocked by Tinder.
Yeah.
It is.
No.
Tinder doesn't go, oh, who should we block today? Griselda and Kathy and Waylene.
No. Someone had a vendetta against me and blocked my account.
Tell me more.
No, so I
I
have
hear how someone has a
Because
vendetta.
the thing is, remember, for your Tinder, which is what I found out the hard way. Fun fact, guys, for your Tinder account to get banned, you just need 3 reports. Someone just needs to
But what
report
are
you.
people reporting you for?
So, theory number 1.
Yeah.
One time, my friends, my guy friends, took my phone and they were Tindering from my phone, as in they were swiping right and left for me.
For guys.
Yeah, and having conversations. But it was like
Oh.
trolling, like pranking
Yeah.
and having conversations with these guys. And then they told this one guy, I will go down on you faster than the Air Malaysian flight. And the dude,
Yeah, that's heavy,
and the
yo.
dude was like, my uncle was on the flight. So I think theory 1, from that day, that guy was like, report.
Okay, firstly, there's a problem with that theory over there, right? What are the chances that there was another Namibian on that flight? I know whenever
it wasn't,
there's...
it was here.
Oh, it was here. Oh,
Yeah.
it was South African. Yeah, then it definitely can happen because,
Yeah.
whenever there's a
No, I
tragedy
don't
somewhere,
Tinder.
there's a...
I don't Tinder
there's a
in
South
Namibia. In Namibia, if you want to get laid, you just go to the person's house. Hi. I'm back.
Hello. Hello. It's Tuesday, 9 o'clock. It's my turn. It's so funny because you talk about like I'm a millennial, so I understand like the concept and using Tinder and stuff. But there was a time when Tinder didn't exist, and I did a gig in Botswana, where I was opening for Riyadh. So Osman, my agent, took myself and Riyadh. We're there in Botswana. We're staying at the Royal Palm. Now in Botswana, there is fuck all to do, but because you're like some form of entertainment, and because Muslims are my target market, so I knew inevitably there would be Muslim women. I know that you look now because there's people walking. We're recording in my friend's studio, Marco, which is Rosebank Mall, and all these people walk by, and then they look at the people inside, going, "Are those famous people?" But we're not.
But we're not.
Yeah. And sometimes they just stand and like, no, that can't be Miss South Africa. No. What's going on here? The Oompa Loompa and Simi Arif here in studio. So we're in Botswana. And
Like, why is that colored girl talking to her Shimasha? Yeah, roast back.
yeah, but they're not good. So we're in Botswana, and I'm on stage, and Riyadh was cool during this time. I mean, he's still cool now, but basically he used to allow me to do like 30 minutes, and then we'd take like an interval, and he would go on and do like an hour. So I'm on stage, but I'm destroying, because like a crowd that has never seen comedy before, they're just like, oh, this is.
Yeah.
But backstage, Osman has access to my Facebook page, and a girl had DM'd me and said, "Hey, loving your jokes." And Osman was like, "Thanks so much." And then he keeps on speaking to her
While you're on
while I'm on stage, and she's like, "Lol, that toe joke is funny." And then Osman goes, "Yeah, send a picture of your toes." And then she's there live, just take the shoe off, click, right? You can see the flash and everything, right? Then he's like, "Okay, cool, let's meet after the show." She's like, "Great." Hey, I come off. Osman comes in like, "Boss, me, I hooked you up. The girl coming out to see you." I said, "What?" Like, Osman, I'm in a relationship of 3 years right now. He's like, "Yeah, that's in South Africa. This is Botswana. This is different." So I was like, "No." So then afterwards, now it's like this mini meet and greet after party vibes. There's a girl that's just standing there. Then she's waving. So I'm a nice guy. So if someone waves, I go, "Hey, wave back." And then she's like, come. So I go and she's like, it's me. I was speaking to you on Facebook. And then I was like, speaking to me on Facebook. And then she's like, yeah. Remember I sent you a picture of my toes. And then I was like, oh. And then I was like, yeah. You know you weren't speaking to me, hey. She's like, yes, I was. I was like, ma'am, I was on stage.
How could I have?
How could? And then she's like, who was I speaking to? I was like, yeah. Okay, so what's the other two theories of who got you reported?
Second one is because I flat out use some of the conversations as material, just like flat out. So no shame in the game. Sometimes dudes be saying very.
What do they say?
They say
this is how you helped me with my Tinder stuff.
Yeah,
like you set it up. But like now when I speak on girls, let's act like we've swiped right on each other. Okay.
Impossible, but anyway.
Impossible. I've got proof on my phone here where you say, "Oh, Simi, I had such a big crush on you."
Before I spoke to you.
Lies.
Before I spoke
you
to
were
you.
speaking to me. You're like, "Oh, Simi, you're so handsome. I had such a big crush on you. You were the person I wanted to be with, but then you just let me down easy."
I will bonang this podcast. I will sue this podcast
For what?
For false information.
For false information. No.
Okay.
There's not a legend. I've got that. Me, I can show you. I had a crush on you. And then just let you guys know, Dean Schroeder, Waylene currently has a crush on you right now. But her crushes change all the time. So that's the reason why we're here. Okay. So let's act like we swiped right. Okay. Right. Hey.
Oh, it's unmatched.
For saying hey.
Yeah. Remember that, do you know how many haze? I need you guys to understand how many haze girls get. Haze highs.
Well, why don't you speak close in the mic so we can understand?
Haze highs girls get on a day. On
Oh,
all the different apps.
Okay, I
So
understand that.
like you need to understand from our perspective, it goes like, yo, is this the hay? Like this hay?
Is this the hay
Is
that
this the
starts
hay
love?
that's gonna be the love? Most of the time, this hay leads to an unsolicited dick pic. So it's like no.
No, guys, but I always find people that can send dick pics so brave.
Yeah, just it is
brave.
brave, and it's also it's rude.
Duh. No, we know it's
It's
bad.
like-
We know it's bad, but I'm just like, how brave are you? I can barely send a girl a hey. Right?
Yeah,
Hence,
so
I've
just-
said hey.
But you know what it also is? This isn't even funny. It's a power dynamic thing. So
To send a dick pic.
Yeah, no, some men like to, it's a thing of men like to mix. I know this because, especially when I had big boobs, people would especially men would objectify me as a play of power, like as in take away. They want to sexualize you. They want to put that power on you. But when you take power over it, it's not.
I just want to say I never sexualized your big boobs. What I did think of, though, was playing that Phil Collins song. I can feel it coming in the air the night. That's what I did. That's what I've always, but I think I feel like I've told you this before, because if you guys are listening to this or watching it, Waylene and I are actually good friends. She does open for me for every show I do ever. Every single time I have a show and I need an opening act, I phone two people. First, Waylene, and if she's not here, then I phone Eric Jansen. Good guy that. But I phone Waylene for everything. Hey, do you want to perform to Muslim people tonight? And then Waylene learns. You remember you performed in Sandton with me when we did the show, and then you did some weird sex joke. And the Muslims are like,
Hey,
come on. Okay, so hey doesn't work. Let's try it. Let me try again.
Yeah. No.
Swipe right.
Yeah. So something that recently caught my attention. Dude literally sent through first message.
Yeah.
Like the options. He's like, okay, so which would you prefer from me? It's like option 1, nice date, dinner, movie. Are you just looking for a casual hookup? What type of thing? Are you just like, he was like, or do you want friendship? He's like, so pick what
a loser.
No,
What a loser.
that was
Why would you
cool.
go to Tinder to get friends? Go to Instagram.
Some people do go.
Nah. When I see those ones, a major red flag for me.
No, you must also think of people, especially people who travel.
The two red flags I have when I'm on Tinder is when someone says no blacks. That's
Yeah, no. Okay, yeah, that's
because I'm
okay.
just like racist. Right? Second one was like not looking for anything, no hookups, no relationship, just friends. And I'm just like, human trafficking. It can only be. Can only be, and like I'm not even the right target market for
Yeah,
human
like,
trafficking.
why would you want to sell?
Actually, I've got
I'll
such
be
a banging human trafficking story. Hold on. So when I was in Montreal in 2017, the second time I'd gone to the festival, and it was like the last day there, and I'm
flex.
walking. I'll flex hard. It's my podcast, Africa's 8th best podcast.
That's why it's
And,
not Africa's 7.
In South Africa. No, Google.
No, I
Google.
said, no, it's fine.
No, say again. I'll let you say.
No. I said that's why it's not Africa's 7th.
Okay, guys, we've heard that that banter, that insult that Waylene has thrown out.
I'm
and
not
in the comment section
mean.
below, rate that
I'm
rate
not
that
mean.
diss out of 10. I'll give it a solid 0. Solid, because I didn't even hear it. That's how bad it was. But back to the human trafficking story. I'm eating an ice cream from Ben and Jerry's. I'm walking through the streets with Eugene Kosa, and this black SUV pulls up in front of her, but in a hurry,
Like movie style.
yeah, like proper looking like black SUV, like tinted windows, longer and higher than usual. And at that moment, I was like, this is it. I'm about to be human trafficked. And I was like, I just hope they'll allow me to phone my parents quickly to tell my dad, hey, don't worry about me getting married. I'm gonna be sold off. You know, like that's the first thing. And then, but like I'm also hoping that these people are nicer people. Like maybe they give me like a 13-year contract or something like that, so I can write a book, so I can earn money once I'm out of the system.
You're out of the
Once I'm out of the system.
Yeah.
And then also, I'd hope they'll allow me to be very specific. I'll be like, yo, I don't want to be sold to white people.
Oh,
Like,
yeah, you
like
get
I
to
don't want a white girlfriend. And I'm very cishet, so if I'm a guy, I'm only gonna be with a woman. I don't want to.
Wow, you are a very
Yeah, I know.
horrible. If I was gonna, I would be like, no, this is a very
Yeah.
No, the slave is coming with way too
And then
many.
when the window opened, it was just Trevor Noah and his agent. They wanted to say hi to Eugene.
They didn't want to talk to you.
No, I mean we all greeted, but I
Yeah.
mean like he wanted because we didn't see
They were
didn't see each
greeting you
other.
because they were polite.
Yeah, they were polite, but I mean they pulled over the side of the road. But I was ready for it.
Were you
And then I
ready?
started to think like I realized why I couldn't get like human trafficked other than my age. It's because I have a thing like my dad, whereas I love complaining.
And also, you're large.
Yeah, I'm also big.
Yeah, like you are not.
But
human
like you know,
trafficked
Boulder's Mall here in like Centurion side.
Midrand, yes,
yeah.
I know.
So
You know, I used to go to school in Midrand.
you went to
For like
school
a
in
year.
Midrand
For a year, it was so
from
horrible.
Namibia. That's such a long journey.
It was so horrible.
Why didn't you go to Windhoek High?
No. My first year,
Oh,
uni.
oh.
And Boulders Mall was like the only mall.
That's the
there.
place where Boulder's Mall. That's big human
Yes,
trafficking.
yes.
I've made
That's
a like
one of-
legitimate made a phone call about that place because I like you could see like
like
people
the
over there.
traffic. It is so live.
You know, ATMs are even scared of people at Boulder's Mall. They give extra money. It's like you put in, I want 100 rand. Like just take.
Go.
But Boulder's Mall. Hey, I remember I took my father and my father was complaining that day. And I was just like, yo, if someone could take this man now. But then I realized they would return him. They'll be like, this guy, hey, this guy's complaining about his heart medicine. Like, take him back. We'll give you money. I know.
Change their lives.
Okay, so I like it when people just look at these things.
Yeah.
Okay, so now we've spoken about your Tinder life. Hey, but you also got a funny love life. I've never met a person like you that gets heartbroken every 3 weeks after every party.
I wouldn't say heartbroken. You're
Hmm.
making it sound sad. It's more of a thing of
You phoned me crying over a guy that's shorter than you, that hikes. Don't worry. Oh, he does actually listen to the podcast. That's hilarious, actually. You are just out. Okay, you can out all of my relationships if you want.
I hate you so much.
You can out all of my relationships.
Firstly, I did not cry. Secondly,
Oh,
I
you
had
definitely
corona.
cried. Oh, you had corona. Is that why
I
you?
had corona. I was busy dying.
Oh.
So
So you're just like, yo, this is the last opportunity I'll ever get with another man. Okay.
secondly,
Yeah.
I think I have a lot of crushes, which is fine. I think I'm 25. It's fun to have.
Hey, you're still so small.
Yeah. So
but
I'm
so
enjoying. I'm
unsuccessful
enjoying.
at the same time.
Hey. I hate it because I'm not mean like you, so I don't
Yeah, I
have
know.
enough roasts
Yeah.
for the things you say.
And I get sad because I know that you're a sensitive person as well.
Stop it. I'm fine. Now people are gonna be worried. They're gonna be like, shame this poor Namibian girl.
No, but
is gonna
earlier
go
on you were
home."
telling me how sad you were because you went to a party and DJ Sinclair gave you glasses and
you
stuff, and no one thought that you look cute, and so you were sad. And while we're coming up the escalator now, you're just like, hey, what's wrong with me? Do people not like me? And I'm like, no, people love you.
If this wasn't like Rugo, I would have punched you.
You would never punch me.
No, because
I've saved you too many times.
Do you know what you just did?
Tell me,
You
tell me.
took 5 different stories I told you, and you made it seem like it was one story.
I understand. Anyway, welcome to the podcast. Is there anything you want people to know about you?
Yes, first of all, I have to rectify so many things that
Go
have
for
been
it.
said. I'm not a sad, lonely person. I am enjoying being single. I really actually am.
I know.
It is
Yes.
fun. It is
Please,
great.
they could definitely tell my sarcasm. They are not
Okay, yeah.
idiots that
Cool
watch
side
this
note,
thing.
2 of my exes actually got engaged in the same week. So,
Shout out to them.
yeah,
Always good to find love.
I'm happy.
Especially
for
if they
that
do it
couple.
by the conduit of you. It's just like, hey, what do we have in common? The same hate for Waylene.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes.
Okay.
That's number 1. Number 2, I do comedy.
Yeah, we know you do comedy.
Enjoying comedy.
Yeah.
Enjoying making videos online as well.
Yeah,
Not in an
Waylene does make
OnlyFans
fun.
kind of way, but in like a
Yeah, but you should
TikTok
do an
one
OnlyFans.
thing.
You see, you know why you should do an OnlyFans, right?
Why?
If you do pictures of the old things, Catherine and Griselda,
Catherine Griselda, yeah.
right? Because they're not on you anymore.
It doesn't count.
No one has seen your boobs. Only the people that are with you now have seen your boobs. But I mean, back then, those things are gone, guys. Those things are Throwback Thursdays on OnlyFans. You know what I'm saying? I'm saying that you're missing
The
money
logic is
opportunities
there.
here.
The logic is there, but also remember the field you work in. It's not in a shameful way. Which comic is gonna let me forget I had an OnlyFans? Exactly. You guys once roasted me for saying we were standing on a deck, and I once said, "Hey, this is a really nice deck." I was roasted for an hour, and a full, and I'm not even joking, an hour
No,
for that one statement. You think I'm gonna make an
I'll never
OnlyFans?
forget after a gig we did in Cape Town. You told Lazola Gola that you had lost your passport. And
You
every single time you kept on saying the same, you'd be like, oh, stop.
Where's home?
Stop. Firstly, why are you acting like you're kidnapped? And secondly, why do you not have, let's home affairs. Everything you said.
Everything I said.
But also we've had some manic gigs in Cape Town specifically. Remember the time after I did Love and Other Jokes there at the Mother City Comedy Festival? Then we went to McDonald's afterwards.
Oh, the guy. No, that guy made my life because he roasted you so hard, and I was like,
Yeah,
there was this
this
skr
is a man who was standing in the drive-through line.
Drive-through line, and he came up to some. He's like, "Hey, fake ass Harry Potter ass looking motherfucker."
Yeah, you fake ass Harry Potter looking motherfucker.
And I was just sitting, and he was roasting, and I was just sitting in the back enjoying this. I
You
was
were
like,
so
I was
funny.
living for this.
Oh yeah, but I mean, like, I didn't feel bad because I had petrol. You just had
was-
Air Force Ones on, but they were very fake, so Air Force Twos. But like, I remember him ordering because I think he must have heard me going, "This guy is standing in the drive-through line." He's standing
Yeah.
in the drive-through line, and then you saw him like 3 days later.
Yes.
He became your friend. That was the biggest skr boy in Cape Town. I wonder what happened to him.
He's probably still screwing.
Nah, that guy was cool. I remember you met you. He's like, "I'm a chef." Okay. But yeah, it was a pretty funny diss. I enjoyed it. It made me laugh. Tell us more about you. This is the part of the podcast where it's the
This is
only part
also-
where I'm just like, oh God, people really need to find out about this guest.
This is also like the part I hate the most about.
Why? Yeah, because
when
I
Dave-
hate when I'm doing interviews and people be like, "Oh, so yeah, you're a comedian and you comedian. So
What else?
yeah, what else do you do?" I really don't care. I really just like speaking to people for 45 minutes.
Do you know what's funny about that
Yeah.
question as well? Because it's like, I hate that even when you're like talking to someone new, you realize how boring you actually are.
No,
When-
because sometimes when you interview people, if you don't know them, I guess you ask all like these colloquial type of questions, right? But because I know you, like I know, like we phone each other and we speak. While you phone me, I never phoned you. There's no reason for me to phone you, except for today when I needed to fetch you. But I mean, like even then, the first thing I said was, "Are you at a crack den?" Because like I only like bantering with you. It's my favorite
Yeah.
person to banter with.
No, because it's like I realize how besides comedy and work we do, I don't do much. I watch Netflix. I don't have other interests. But yeah.
But why don't you? Why don't you go and study?
No, this is getting personal.
No, but I mean, like, can I be honest with you?
Yeah, we've had this conversation before.
I know, but you don't listen to me. If you go and study, I've just realized that you've got dots on your eyelids. What is that from? Is that from your mascara?
No, it's my beauty
You
spots.
got tattoos.
It's beauty spots, dude.
No, not the. I know what a fucking beauty spot is. I'm talking about literally on your eyelids. There's like symmetrical black dots. Oh no, you got tattoos on your eyelids. You're so gangster, bro. You're so gangster. But please go and study. I've always told you should go study. I tell every comedian that they should go and study. This thing is not financially good unless you're like in the top 5%.
Yeah, but like, so okay, I respect your opinion in that.
Thank you.
Cool, but also that's in comedy alone. The reason why, and I don't know, I'm doing other stuff. So, and that's also been working. That's outside of comedy. That's outside of studying as well. So it's like, it's just finding what you need. I studied most of my life. I don't want
What did
to
you
study.
study?
Like besides law and stuff, but like, I mean, I dedicated, my parents are academics. My
Namibian
whole life was,
lawyer.
my whole life was dedicated to academia.
Do more.
I don't want to.
Do more.
I will not.
Why?
I will not.
There's nothing better than learning.
No,
There's so
there
many
is. I'm
things to
done.
learn.
I'm done.
Don't you want to? I love
no,
learning.
then that's you.
Why don't you not want to learn? You know how many things I can learn in a
know,
day.
But there's different ways. So this is also my argument. There's different ways of learning. Just because I haven't been enrolled in an institution doesn't mean I have not been learning.
I mean, that's true.
I've
What-
not
okay,
been learning.
so what have you
I
been
learned.
learning?
I don't want to tell you.
Why? Because you haven't. Because
I have.
I've been watching Netflix. That's why.
No, I have. Especially in the year in Namibia, I've done a lot. I've done a
Hey,
lot
that
back
year in
home.
Namibia was tough for you, huh?
No, it wasn't.
Why?
It was great.
No, it wasn't. You were crying.
Because I had COVID. You keep bringing up the time I had COVID.
I just
and
remember one day
assuming
you
that-
phoned me like, oh, I have to leave my house. Oh, what? It's a Tuesday. What's going on here? He's like, yeah, I'm leaving Namibia. I hate this place. Who's that one guy in Namibia that everybody got upset with me? Because
Gaza.
Gaza.
You were insulting Gaza.
I didn't insult him. I said
you
I was
know-
bigger than him.
And yeah, and you know, that
and
was
he's,
really...
And he's massive.
He's massive, and then people were coming up to me in the street. They were like, "Hey, tell your friend what." I'm like, "Yo, I'm not involved in this."
I'm so nice. I've put you in so many great positions.
You put me in a horrible position.
Oh, come on. I've taken you all. Don't be a Gen Z and look at your phone.
No, it was.
No one important is messaging you. And if it's your mother, she speaks fluent Afrikaans. Hey, the one day Waylene spoke Afrikaans in front of me.
I'm actually on Cake Night tomorrow,
Doing what?
doing Afrikaans things.
Okay, let's praat 'n bietjie van die taal.
Afrikaans, jy kan nie Afrikaans praat nie.
Ek kan Afrikaans praat.
Hoe gaan dit?
Baie goed en jou?
Nee, sien nie. Jy praat kombuis Afrikaans.
Nee, ek praat suiwer Afrikaans. Jy praat kombuis Afrikaans.
You can't just say what I say back at me.
Isn't that part of the conversation? I wish I learned another language. Afrikaans is such a waste of time for me in school.
Is it?
This was such a waste of time. I even remember telling the teacher, sorry, mevrou Cash, what am I going to use this stuff for? Afrikaans? Jammer, mevrou Cash.
No, but you
Wat
see-
sal ek die Afrikaans doen met my in die future?
Afrikaans, I grew up, my mom's very much into languages and stuff, and this thing of Afrikaans as well, it got whiteified, if that's a word.
That's a dope word.
Whiteified.
Yeah, got
and it's like,
whiteified.
and it just got the connotation of being only attached to white, when it was literally invented by like colored people. And so it's like our identity.
Do you want to get
in
more
it-
specific? Do you want to know which colored people actually?
Yeah, the Cape Malay people.
Say it loud.
Cape Malay.
If it wasn't for Islam,
Yes.
there would be no Afrikaans.
Yeah, but it's like, so our heritage and stuff also gets wiped away now because everyone's
One of the
growing up.
first early Afrikaans texts, one of the first was the Quran, was translated from the Cape Malays.
That's
This is an
dope.
interesting
I
piece of
didn't know.
information for people to use.
Yeah, so that's
Okay, it's come to my favorite time of the show because clearly your banter has gone all the way down. You get to ask me any question, anything you want, or you can control the show. You do whatever you want. You're
What
my
do you
friend. Anything.
so. Can I show like TikTok videos? No.
No, how are you going to see the TikTok videos? I'll put a link to your TikTok in the bottom of this thing. Don't worry. I've got you. I've got you.
Okay, what's your ideal goal with the podcast?
My ideal goal with the podcast.
Yeah, with this, what is? Where do you see this going?
I just want validation, to be honest.
Is it?
I'm actually like, people always go like, oh, fame or money. I'm like, no, just validation. Validation is the greatest feeling ever. Validation actually gives you a lot more things than fame and other stuff.
I think it's a ripple effect. Yeah. So if you get validated,
Yeah,
all the other
people
things.
go like, oh yeah, Simi's podcast. And
Yeah.
Go like, yeah, and they go like, oh well, you've been on that thing. I mean, I like certain amount of validation, but like to the point, like now when other people do podcasts, like I'm so happy that others are doing it, but at the same time, there's so many people just doing it. Like I say, so many, like 85% of people just doing it incorrectly. They're just like, because like as a person that makes content, the consistency of that content. And sometimes it's the same thing when people like make a podcast. Sometimes the consistency isn't good. Like now we're recording it and doing visuals and stuff because that's like the next phase of the podcast. It's not like I started this thing like 3 weeks ago.
Yeah.
I've been doing this thing for 4 years. I was like, to be honest, I was one of the first people doing like a comedy podcast in the country. I mean, I don't know why I'm doubting when I say that. The only other person that I was doing any form of like digital audio that didn't come off a mainstream radio station was Gareth Cliff. Other than that, after that it was me, and I was recording by myself, editing by myself, posting by myself, designing the image by myself, doing everything by myself. So I understand like what goes into making it. But yeah, I do the podcast for validation. Good question. I think you can do better. I think you can. Here's your opportunity to show off to the people. Do you know a lot of people watch this, bro? Like we get like 5,000 listeners and viewers on average, and all you've done is ask me one question.
You said ask one.
I want you to show off your skills.
Of what? Of interviewing skills.
Oh no, you don't have to interview. We don't have. This is not an interview. This is just me and you having fun.
Okay. What else can I ask you?
Do you want to flirt with me?
No.
I can try it back.
No.
Okay. Do you want to sing songs?
No. Just
You know what one of my biggest dreams are?
shh. I'm thinking of a question.
One day I'll be in a coffee shop, just like Riz Ahmed, and I'll see a pretty girl, and then we'll make eye contact with each other, just like this, and then we'll sing "Dear Theodosia" from Hamilton the musical at the same time, and that's how we'd fall in love. So just be like looking like this, and we'll be like, "Dear Theodosia, what to say to you?" And then we'll do a whole duet thing and maybe stand on the table. I don't know, but that's my dream. That's how I think I'm going to fall in love.
Is that?
That is it. Yeah, that is it.
I have news for you. So I don't think you're getting married. I don't think you're getting married. I think call your dad, even though you haven't been human traffic. Just call your dad, let
Say,
him
"Yo,
know
what up?"
it's not happening. It's not happening.
They've stopped asking, which is
Is
great.
it?
Yeah, they've never
Oh,
asked, to be
my
honest.
parents proper think I'm a lesbian. Like,
But you are. I'm learning so many things.
I'm not a lesbian.
Oh, I just thought you were part of the anythings, which is fine. Also, I'm not like,
Yeah.
because I don't want people to go like, I'm like, no, I understand. I just always thought because one day you came with a girl to a show, then you came with a guy. Because you know when I do shows, the show is called Love and Other Jokes, which inherently brings people that are either A, looking for love or B, in love to the show. But if there's one thing, and you can't deny this, there's no insult, there's no diss coming from here. When I do Love and Other Jokes, tons of women that are interested in me come to the
Yeah.
show, and then they all wait outside as I hang out backstage afterwards and be like, we can't let them in now. Wait, please. There's too many at the same time. Please stop. Then you go outside as a gauntlet. Let me vie for your attention. No, stay there. You guys aren't meant to mix with each other. But yeah, I've seen you bring lots of people to my shows. Remember one time you brought a guy and his jeans were torn? And the whole night I kept on thinking about this guy who's sitting backstage with me with his torn jeans. You didn't deserve to be there. This is actually not even a podcast about Waylene anymore. It's just about outing Waylene and certain things.
Just like I'm not letting I'm gonna block everyone from listening.
You love me too much.
No,
Oh, from listening to this?
the podcast, because I'm like you've now
You think your exes will watch these things?
they do.
Really? Why would
They
you think
do,
that?
They listen because they do and they tell.
Why? Your exes, like an ex would watch this.
Not an ex, but everyone you've spoken about listens to this stuff.
Everyone you've spoken about. Nah, you'll be fine. They're not going to listen. Okay, we have to wrap up, but this is your last opportunity to sell yourself.
Okay. I'm Waylene Beukes. I'm fun, I'm friendly,
And
I'm
cute.
funny.
And
I'm-
cute.
And cute.
Yeah.
Follow me on Instagram at maybe it's Waylene. Follow me on Twitter at I wouldn't actually recommend to follow me on Twitter. Follow me on TikTok at maybe it's Waylene.
Is that it?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, this has been another great episode of Lesser Known Somebody's.
Thank you for having me. Side note, thank you for having me on.
I was joking in the beginning
I
when I
know.
said that I literally booked the studio because I do want to speak to you. And I don't know why I haven't interviewed you before, because you always give me like an hour of good conversation. Only an hour. Afterwards,
Afterwards, it's
fucking done. Because I was actually
side
yes,
note,
okay.
I have one last story.
Tell me, because I've also got a story.
You saved my life during COVID because I was very, very sick. I couldn't breathe and stuff. And Sami said, he called me and he was like, yeah, don't worry, Waylene, if you die, I won't take any of your jokes. 'Cause
Yes.
they were horrible. And I laughed so hard and I almost died. And I was like, no, now I have to fight for my life.
Yes,
I can't die because Sami's going to go around telling people this joke killed me. And I'm not going to. That's the only thing that's. I was like, I'm not dying and giving this man the satisfaction of this joke. And then also the other thing was like, I'm like, comedians at my funeral, no. Now you guys are making a mess, asking the pastor, who is this headline act? And it's someone doing my eulogy. It's going to be a mess. You have people asking for 5 minute spots.
I would love that. I would love it. Oh, now your funerals become like South African Comedy Awards.
Exactly.
Everybody gets a 5 minutes.
Everyone gets a 5 minutes. Now it's turned into a roast.
If I was dying and Joe Parker was at my funeral, I would be so upset. He's one of the oldest comedians in the country. I'd be like, how did I not outlast you?
He's there promoting 15 rand tequila shots.
Back in the day, it used to be 10 rand. Yeah, back in the day.
Now there's halftime at my funeral.
I just want to say before we go that yes, I have saved your life, but I've actually, most of the time, I think I've actually paid for a lot of your life. One day you phoned me and said, yo, can I please have this meal from Pizza Hut? It was 49 rand, but can I have 2? I was like, oh, so it's 100 rand. It's like, yes, but now I'll get 2 Cokes instead of if I just ordered with 1. I was like, okay, cool, I'll do that. But yeah, I had a great time. You guys can go over to Loof and get yourself your free coffee. Don't forget what to do there. And yeah, other than that, thanks, Waylene. Okay, flash your boobs now.
There's actually people watching. Okay.
Oh, we finished.
The end.
Nah, it's ended.
Oh, okay.